Education and learning are the key to unlock the world and a passport to freedom. But what if this passport suddenly is put on a hold? Yes, it was. Everything was in its right place and the students were enjoying their happy college world. Then in March 2020, without much warning,
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced a total nationwide lockdown.
आज रात 12 बजे से संपूर्ण देश में संपूर्ण लॉकडाउन होने जा रहा है.
the pandemic created chaos around the world and everything came to a pause and led Indian education system into a great turmoil. Students throughout the country were abruptly sent home. No one truly had a plan for students to continue the learning, but within few weeks all learning was moved from the classroom to the internet. Now, as beautiful campuses across the country are empty, and e-learning, which began as a nationwide experiment in India, has only broadened the inequalities that already exist among students. With so many now at home without computers or internet services, the quality of education and learning fell under a great risk. This trend of online education has raised more fundamental questions about the quality of education and learning. So many students across India were seen expressing themselves and saying that online learning is no replacement for the actual on-campus experience, noticing the hustle and chaos among students with questions like, what value such degrees have? Is this kind of learning fruitful? Will the classroom we once knew gradually return, or could COVID permanently transform how we learn? We spoke to students of different universities to know what they actually feel about the virtual classroom and the trending e-learning.
Well, for me, online learning was more like suffocation than fun.
The only reward online classes have given me up till now are the dark circles under my eyes. For me, online classes have killed the spirit to excel and the enthusiasm to participate and the energy to learn.
In online studies, only few students get interacted with their teachers. Virtual classes is good, but not as effective as offline classes.
So it's actually very challenging to learn stuff from online studies, whereas I find it's easy for someone to teach it.
For me, online classes were just like a roller coaster ride. It was going up and down.
When asked about to choose between conventional or non-conventional education, their experiences were not that good.
I would choose conventional mode of studying any day over the online classes because I believe that learning is only possible when you have a presence of human, and is never ever possible when you have n number of distractions, lack of visual stimulus, and most importantly lack of human presence.
So if I talk about internet stability, so I live in village, I find it sometimes hard to join classes. Second, I am a science background student, so there are many courses which are totally practical based. So I find it tough to learn practicals or instrument just by the demonstration.
No doubt, online classes gave us the opportunity to learn from home, but it can never provide the experience in learning which we can learn with our friends. Online mode of learning is cramped within our screens, and it can never provide us the extra learning and extracurricular activities.
I would like to go with offline studies, which is the conventional type of studies. Every time I've given an option, I've been part of both of them because for 2 years I was in college studying physically, which was way far more better than what I'm learning right now.
जब क्लास में एक साथ बच्चों को पढ़ाया जाता है तो उसमें कई क्वेश्चंस सुनने को मिलते हैं या समझने को मिलते हैं जो अदर बच्चे होते हैं वो जो अपने माइंड में नहीं आते हैं क्वेश्चन वो दूसरे बच्चे भी पूछते हैं तो इस कारण ऑफलाइन क्लास ज़्यादा बेटर है ऑनलाइन क्लास के मुताबिक.
The biggest challenge faced by both students and teachers as well was to maintain the interaction and stay connected.
The bonding. So for the people who have not gone to college as in physically, I don't think they have that type of bonding. They haven't lived that experience of living in a college or being in college. Whereas that's what I have grasped and got that experience, which is a major part that has changed me and my personality.
Luckily, by the time we switched from offline to online, we already developed a bond with our faculties. So we used to vent like for 5 to 10 minutes before the class really started. So it helped us really well in maintaining our calm and mental peace throughout the chaos, and it really helped a great deal.
No, I did not ask for any help. It's my personal opinion. I think they are ignorant. Also, they think our problems as an excuse to not join the classes.
जब मेरी ऑनलाइन क्लास चल रही होती है, इस बीच कई समस्याएं उत्पन्न होती है, जैसे नेटवर्क इशू आना, लाइट चली जाना या फिर डिवाइस डिस्कनेक्ट होना या रिकनेक्ट होना। इस बीच में जो मेरा सिलेबस छूट जाता है, इसको मैं समस्या को टीचर को बताना ज़रूरी समझता हूँ।
Talking about interaction and bonding with teachers during online session was an issue for an introvert like me, as it is not easy to open up with the strangers.
The major drawback was not being able to have those amazing group projects and learn how to work in a team and maintain bonding with their classmates.
I actually don't remember being given any group assignments while the online classes were going on. Like earlier, we used to have role plays in our classes, but then when this pandemics began and the online classes began, we were not given any assignments that were group activities. However, the bonding remained because of the daily assignments and weekly presentations. We had to do the presentations together, like two people in a working together for a presentation. So yeah, we remain attached through that.
We faced lots of problems like network issues, sometimes teacher is not audible. Apart this, we performed lot of online activities, but that was not effective as offline classes. But positive point is that कि ऑनलाइन एक्टिविटीज़ में उन बच्चों ने भी पार्टिसिपेट किया जिनको स्टेज फोबिया है या जिनको टीचर से डर है.
There were so many news all over the internet about the mental health status of students, and institutes tried their best to take care of it.
Being a psychology student, we had the best set of faculty members, I can say that. We used to empathize with each other a lot. We used to understand their reasons and they used to understand our reasons, and we used to talk about for 10 to 15 minutes every day, and it was from both ends. So yeah, we were, our teachers were really interested in knowing what is going with our life and how we are dealing with it, and everybody used to share a lot. I think that helped so much.
Well, as far as I remember, there was no professional counseling or any help on this matter. But yes, I do remember there was a mail sent by our university if someone is not feeling okay or having any mental health issues, they can contact to their respective department HODs.
Everyone faced a tough time, but as the saying goes, every cloud has a silver lining. And our students too found their own ways to stay happy and motivated.
Music has always been a significant part of my life that kept me rooted and sane.
Honestly, the only thing which motivated me throughout the day was that at the end of the day, I'd get to shut my laptop down, I'll wash my eyes and go to bed. Although I used to power through the day with a strong cup of coffee and some little music breaks. Also, looking at the bigger picture helps you cope a lot. Like if you think that all of this will end someday, so the bigger picture helps you.
मैं अपनी ऑनलाइन क्लास के लिए अपने आप को मोटिवेट इस तरीके से करता हूँ कि मुझे ऑनलाइन की क्लास के चलते हुए नए असाइनमेंट मिलते हैं, न्यू चैलेंज मिलते हैं, न्यू नॉलेज मिलती है, सीखने को बहुत कुछ मिलता है। इस ऑनलाइन क्लास से स्टडी रुकती नहीं है, इस वजह से शायद मैं अपने आप को कंटिन्यू करता हूँ ऑनलाइन क्लास में और मोटिवेट करता रहता हूँ।
With so many issues related to online mode of education, could we think or consider it as an alternate option in future too?
I think online classes are a failed attempt and cannot be incorporated in our lives for long term. Being in a pandemic alone is so challenging for our mental health. Keeping up with the assignments, attending the virtual lectures, all of these are really big add-ons.
Perhaps it can be a good option, but again, personal opinion, I find it not effective for research based or practical based courses.
I think we can use concept of online education in the future as an alternative. कुछ लोग अपने पढ़ाई के साथ साथ जॉब भी कर रहे हैं, so afterwards they can see the recorded classes and continue their studies.
Students were completely dependent on their teachers and university management and had expectations for a good quality learning and education.
I guess they partially fulfilled my expectations. So earlier I thought online learning would be more interactive and two-way, but turned out it was one-way.
The only expectation I had from my teachers was that they don't overburden us, and although they had so much pressure on themselves to give us regular assignments, to give us presentations, weekly presentations were there, but they thankfully cut us some slack, and they did provide us some leverage.
डिस्टेंस लर्निंग में टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम्स के अलावा जो भी चीज़ हम फेस करते हैं वो है कि हमारे डाउट्स प्रॉपरली क्लियर नहीं हो पाते हैं। तो बस यही कुछ एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं जो हमारी डिस्टेंस लर्निंग में अधूरी रह जाती हैं, पर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हम इसको तभी सही कर सकते हैं जब हम अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स अपने टीचर्स के साथ शेयर करेंगे और टीचर्स प्रॉपरली उसको डाउट्स को क्लियर करने की कोशिश करेंगे।
जो हमारे डाउट होते हैं वो हम टीचर से कनेक्ट नहीं कर पाते हैं या फिर करेक्शन नहीं हो पाता है, इसलिए हम ज़्यादा उम्मीद नहीं रख सकते हैं। ऑफलाइन में हम तुरंत क्वेश्चन के आंसर हमको मिल जाते हैं, अगले दिन नए क्वेश्चन आएंगे, नई डाउट्स आएंगे, उनको भी क्लियर करना होता है। तो जो पुराने डाउट्स होते हैं वो क्लियर नहीं हो पाते, इसलिए टीचर से ज़्यादा उम्मीद नहीं रखी जाती है, इसलिए ऑफलाइन ज़्यादा बेटर है।
During this pandemic, efforts are needed from both sides, teachers as well as a student, so that the education and learning doesn't come to a pause. And this is the message our participants shared with us.
I would say please be more open, responsive and understanding. I know it is a hard time, and we have not been adaptive to this system. It's all new for all of us, but I guess we can at least try. We can adapt to this system. We can be more interactive, we can be more safe, and we can make it better for everyone.
At last, I want to say that online class is good, but offline class is best.
In the beginning, it was like dream come true for me. But soon, I realized that this was not the freedom I wished for.
Online education makes learning fun only when it involves activities which require application of the concepts and knowledge which is learned by the student. Written assignments just don't work, because after spending the whole day in front of the laptop in online class, the student prefers to copy stuff down from the internet and submit it just for the sake of the assignment. So I don't think it works. I just say that focus on the learning part and you will be okay.
Change, acceptance, and adaptability were the most common words we heard during last 1 year. COVID-19 taught all of us that the art of life is a constant readjustment to our surroundings. Even our education system switched to online mode of studies, and this online education acted like a bridge between students and teachers during the lockdown scenarios. Things were new and difficult for everyone. Teachers gave their best and are still working on it. So, do students tried their best and are still coping up with it? But what matters is that we are trying to evolve by accepting the changes and learning to adapt with the situations with a smile.